Smell like they just came out the oven. A breeze of fresh collard greens bum rushes me from the open doors of Soul Food Haven. Damn, I'm hungry. Bob Marley's self-determination blasting out of totally roster-owned awareness records. Martin's dream making my hair stand. And Malcolm up the block telling me to hit back if I really want to be free. Public Enemy bringing the noise. Little Queen and her stroller points to the discount toys. Homemade Kid Capri tapes at high black market prices cause they booming. Want to make a donation to the nation, brother? A fight. Moreno and his hermano again? Did you hear the power? Boom, blah, guns or drums, take your pick. Skunk weed is all I need to forget what I gotta do and why. Love staring at me with a sly smile. I go from a hip-hop strut to a blues rut. Now let me ask you something. Did you hear all that while you was walking up on 25th Street? Did you see all that while you was walking up on 25th Street? Did you feel all that while you was walking up on 25th Street? Or was you just on your way to pay the phone bill?
The night is beautiful, so are the faces of my people. The stars are beautiful, also are the eyes of my people. The sun is beautiful, also is the soul of my people.
Everybody searching for love, giving up no rhythm. No, 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 no. Everybody searching for love, giving up no vibration. Hey, everybody searching for love, giving up no rhythm. I'm not high. Everybody searching for love, giving up no vibrations. I'm searching, searching, oh, searching.
He fought and struggled the same way the artists today struggle. You know, Langston had issues with credibility amongst his peers because he often received, you know, assistance from the greater, broader white community to come in, and they were wondering whether or not they were influencing his work.
You can feel it when it happens, a sort of depression in the hidden places when conjured up thoughts become larger than mountainside echoes.
Struggle is an essential part of our art, and so therefore I feel he may be able to recognize in this younger generation, and I think pridefully be able to acknowledge that we have come a long way.
Voodoo children with machine guns, those same weeping angels who let poems by Langston. Those same weeping angels who let poems by Mary. Those same weeping angels who let poems long forgotten be rewritten, retitled, rewritten, retitled, re-understood.
With some of us, I think he would still be proud and say that there's still an urgency. We got to say this, and there's still a need for us to tell our stories in a way because we're still fighting against the system that really wants to suppress our voices. Little brown lady with brown eyes. Little brown lady with brown eyes. Little brown lady with brown eyes. Little brown lady with brown eyes, deep brown eyes and 12 hands. Carrying her groceries, children, dreams, language, her memories, bullet wounds, stress, OT, future, pocketbook, and temper. Sometimes we talk about him, we do speak about him in this superhero fashion. You know, when he was a regular cat in Harlem, hustling and selling his books out of the trunk of his car. How dangerous their footsteps seem so close to home. People always tell me you should slow down. I said, well, I think you should think faster. You know, we have a lot going on the planet, and I'm just trying to keep up with the rhythm of the universe.
In 1926, he was speaking of how Negro artists no matter what people say, are still going to perform. They're still going to write. So I write, remembering Harlem, remembering him, remembering my mother and her mother and her mother and their grandmothers and forefathers and foremothers before them. I stand on the shoulders of Langston Hughes. I'm from Harlem. I'm from fist fights, nosebleeds, hot concrete in 125th Street. I'm from Harlem. I'm from Edgecombe, Drivers up the hill and Sugar Hill. I'm from Harlem. Wow.
Harlem is a place where when you arrive here, you know that you've arrived somewhere. It's got a kind of a rhythm to it that's like no place else. I went to a private school and they gave us about, well, what they said was about a month of Black History Month, and we actually got about a good solid week of Black history. And one thing I can remember is that Langston Hughes was someone who was mentioned continually in the years of me growing up in school. It stuck with me because he was from where I was from, you know, no more than 8 blocks away from where I grew up. Because he was a writer, and that was a privilege. And because he spoke to us and he spoke for us.
What should be gleaned is that you can take what you feel and apply it positively. Writing is a beautiful outlet.
We want you to put your hands together right now for Brother Earl talking about the ghetto.
The ghetto, where dreams get deferred, but prison sentences never are. Everybody's a superstar, known from near and far, pushing an exotic car, parked in the projects at his mom's house, and his spouse has 2 kids that ain't his, one on the way that might be, and his child by a chick he don't have much to say to, and his other child by yet another chick he don't have much to say to, while they're raised by many men, always in a different way too. The most confusing 24 hours in the hood, Father's Day, sad but true. The ghetto, where drug dealers on the auction block, I mean corner block, selling rock but really waiting to be sold. And me, my conceptualism of the ghetto is hell. We are born in bondage and breastfed sin, but it's never too late to be what you could have been. And though we run in a race we were never meant to win, the means to our end is examining how we begin.
He was one of the poets that paved the way for myself and other poets that's out here today. Oh Harlem, what have I to lose? From corruption to destruction, what have I to choose? Liquor stores on every corner, human beings wrapped in blues. And every day I hear them calling your name on the news. Oh Harlem, it is me you have misled. My children raped and sodomized, another shot in the head. It seems Harlem is peaceful, I heard it once said. It seems our reason for living prefers to be dead.
This year, the Postal Service's honoree for the Black Heritage Commemorative Stamp Series is Harlem's, America's, the world's Langston Hughes. People like Langston Hughes who speak out against injustice, they are the people who make us what we said we would be, what we want to be, what we should be, what we someday hold on to the hope will be.
February 1st, 2002 was Langston Hughes' centennial birthday.
I worked in Harlem, he worked in Harlem. I live in Harlem, he lived in Harlem. I love Harlem, he loved Harlem. He was extremely talented, I live in Harlem.
He was honored throughout the world, and of course at home in Harlem at the Schomburg, and by his beloved fraternity, Omega Psi Phi.
Why were we treated so bad?
Brother Langston Hughes came to Psi Phi after he left Lincoln University. He was initiated to the fraternity at Lincoln University in 1927.
Somebody tell me why.
He was, as our archives tell us, a prominent member of the fraternity, very active.
Him being an Omega man is very special
because all the things that he did in his professional life and in his personal life really reflects what we do as Omegas.
I'm going to talk to you about the Lincoln from the 3 for 1 joint uptown. Many of you sitting in the room, I'm sure, have had a little rum and coke with Langston Hughe one time or another.
Langston had a Harlem state of mind.
He took the time to look into what is the heart of Harlem.
Langston paid homage to his community through his works.
He epitomizes our greatest expectations for our people, not just in terms of the Harlem experience, but in terms of the African diaspora.
When Mr. Hughes passed in 1967, and it was an unexpected situation, though Mr. Hughes had prepared for his demise and had made very clear how he wanted his funeral to be conducted. Not held, it was going to be conducted.
His funeral would point out what he was like. Langston choreographed his own funeral, he put it on tape.
I want people to come away with the spirit of the writing that I did, which is based on the music that I love from the African American musical traditions.
The first thing was when you came into the funeral home, you viewed the body immediately, and then you went into separate rooms because he said he didn't want you to spend the whole time staring at his corpse.
I remember Randy Weston played. I remember Lena Horne was there.
Then, at the end of the funeral, he had this statement. He said, "I want to leave you with one thought." And then we played, "Do nothing till you hear from me."
They did play "Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me." That was his thing, you know.
So you couldn't, you had to laugh throughout the whole funeral. That's the way Langston Hughes was.
He was a hero. The Harlem Renaissance, the 30s, the 40s, the McCarthyism of the 50s, and into the Black Power movement of the 60s. I mean, he transversed all those.
And he wrote about the best that America could be. So he isn't somebody that you can put in a book and put aside to pick up once a year. He's that kind of poet that can stay with you every day.
He leaves behind reminders of what the people can do, should do, and will do if we give them a chance. Langston Hughes, music, jazz, improvisation, how to take the impossible and make it dance. That's Langston, an ambassador of laughter and love and music for all the world. We're glad to share him with you, but he really belongs to us.
Bring me all your dreams, you dreamers. Bring me all your heart melodies, that I may wrap them in a blue cloud cloth, away from the too rough fingers of the world. I'm your dream keeper, your dream keeper, your dream keeper, all you dreamers of the world. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now dreams are not available to the dreamers, not so.